This is my palomino mare. It's platinum blonde. I'm Ed. We're working again as usual with her. Hope you like these videos. I like making them. It's really good. I like to see myself, see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, and trying to get better and getting her better too. What we're doing here, she's a very energetic horse, and like my last video, I said I've got her number. I think I've figured out that some of the stuff that I thought was worry. I mean, horses always can get worried, okay? So I'm not saying this is completely, but I was thinking it was mostly worry. Now I'm thinking it's more has to do with her behavior she throws when she wants to do what she wants to do, okay? And she takes off fast, she turns fast, you know, she braces against shit, some different stuff like that, right? And when she's thinking and or in a cooperative state of mind or whatever, see how she just took off, she overacted, you know. It's kind of like, oh, you want me to move? All right, I'll move, you know. And like I was saying, I can see she's bracing against me there. See how she just did that? No, gotta shut her down when she does that. So I'm taking a different approach. I'm kind of shutting her down when she does that. If she does that, I'm gonna let her know, like, this is what happens, you know. So I'm doing a one-rein stop with her and really flex her. But see how she keeps going here. There you go. Just trying to there you go. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna keep doing that kind of stuff until I get through to her. That's what happens. If I do it every time she kind of takes off like that, you know, maybe she'll think that's at the end of that behavior. Maybe she won't want to do it. You know, one thing is her one rein stops will get better. You know, that's for sure. You see, same thing here. Easy. All right. So one rein stop, and I'm gonna turn her into the fence a little bit. See, she's kind of was going that way, which is back to the farm, back to the barn. See, back to the barn. Energetic. Back to, now she's kind of like, oh, she kind of, you know, she doesn't have to be like this. I'm not making her go like this. She's doing it. And see, the fact she keeps blowing out and everything, that's good. She's not bottling it up, which is good. But you know, it's just got to keep working it through her. I think the mares. This is the kind of stuff I think that why some people don't want mares is, you know, they can be more challenging. And this is springtime, you know. I mean, their hormones are raging, you know. She's not been bred, you know, so who knows what's going on with her. And that's why I say they're kind of like stallions in some ways, you know, in that they have the hormones going on. So, you know, you have to work through that kind of stuff. But they can be really great too. And I mean, see, she's kind of like, she kind of gets herself kind of mad about it, you know. I think like maybe okay, you want me to do it, and then she kind of does it like if someone asks someone to do something, they kind of do it kind of aggressively, you know. I think that's kind of what's going on. I'm not trying to read too much into it, but it does change your you know, like what's that saying? If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So I'm just trying to, I don't like to get derogatory with the horses, like in my thoughts, like, oh, she's just a mean horse, or, you know, something like that. I don't like to think like that. I don't think it's productive at all. But if she's genuinely being frightened or worried about something, as opposed to the behavior she's throwing is what she does in protest, those are kind of two different things. They, you know, two different ways of looking at things. And you might be more patient with the one, if they're afraid, really afraid, just keep working them till they're not, but and being a lot more patient. Like if you're teaching a horse something that they don't know, every little, the smallest try you reward. Once they know it, and then they're acting like they don't know it, that's where you have to get a little bit more demanding, where you say, no, you know this, knock it off, let's just do it, kind of thing. And so she knows a lot of this stuff, and I think she's this is what protesting looks like to her, and when she's got that mindset of like her mind's somewhere else, okay? Her mind, she's preoccupied with what she wants to do, okay? And not what, like if you think, I always think about it like this, if you're pair skating, figure skating, or if you're ballroom dancing or something like that, your partner has to pay attention, they have to listen to the music, and they have to, go with your feel and all that stuff. And if they're not, it all just falls apart. And so that's how I think about it, And so what you're seeing here is things falling apart because she just doesn't want to practice, She doesn't want to, if you're pair skating or something, she doesn't want to, she's not showing up. She's got other things on her mind, And I think that's a lot of spooky horses. Like when horses are spooking, it's because their mind is somewhere else. I've noticed that with my horses, like when I'm riding them. If my horse is not with me, like if my stallion Wayne is not with me, and he's thinking about the horses in another pasture or something, he's got his mind, we'll be going by something, and all of a sudden he comes to and he sees whatever, a mailbox, a barrel, a bush, whatever, and then he jumps sideways 5 feet, and no. And but when he's with me, shoot, he doesn't spook at anything, And I think a lot of people, I'm not saying you don't do this, you desensitize your horse, okay? But you can desensitize them like to all sorts of stuff. Set up all these scenarios, like in an arena or in a round pen or a little pasture or anything. And you can set up all these little exercises, and your horse will get, bomb-proof like that. You've seen the videos where people are standing on the horse, cracking whips, doing all that stuff, right? Okay, but that same horse you could take out, and if they're not paying attention to you, a grasshopper will fart and they'll, jump 20 feet to the side, if they're not paying attention to you. So just think of that, you know what I mean? Just so if your horse is jiggy and nervous and jumpy and all that stuff and spooking at every little thing, and you're getting nervous, just start working them. Just start doing some things like, circles, disengage the hind end, serpentine, back them up. Just get their mind on you, period, over and over again. The minute they start thinking like that, just get them right back into it. And you'll see your horse just calm down. See how she's looking? She's not looking because she's scared, oh, what's over there? She's looking like, where's the barn? That tells me that her mind is not on me, And that's why she'll I think that's why she kind of overreacts. Like she's not thinking when I'm asking. And I was asking, two cues ago, like with something subtle, and then the third cue's more strong, and all of a sudden she's like, bleh, because she's not paying attention, missed the first two, and wish like you might be just looking, looking, lightly putting your leg on and everything. Like, see how she's not paying attention right now. I got maybe, I don't know, 30%, maybe 25% attention on me. See how her ears are looking forward. Look at, I'm pulling her, giving her cues. She's not even flicking her ears at me, see? So that's, now see how her ears came back, see? Now I'm asking her to do something. Watch her ears, okay? See how they were before? They were always forward. Now I'm asking stuff. I'm like putting my leg on her. I'm making her turn, and look how her ears are. Her ears are coming back to me, see? And look at how she calmed down, see? And now I'm gonna put my right leg on her. And see, her leg didn't come. Her ears didn't come. Now it came back. See? They're not coming back. So that's a good thing. That's a good way to determine, what your horse is thinking. And when their ears are forward, and you need a crowbar to get them to turn back to you. You gotta get their attention. And the way you get that is kind of start doing some demanding work, more demanding with them. Turn them, like, and they change directions, like here. See, and then I'm gonna change direction again. And she could be a lot smoother than she is. And once she gives this up, it'll be great. And I don't know when she's gonna do it, but she will. I'm just gonna outlast her, And all this running like this, just so you know, I keep saying this, I repeat it in the videos because sometimes you just watch one video. But I'm not asking her to go. She's just going. It's like her idol is stuck. Put my right leg on her, And so I must change directions. Look, see how she kind of went. Okay, now she's going back to the barn. She's kind of circling back to the barn there. So I'm going to take her back this way, away from the barn. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to work. I love working with them. Yeah, that's a good sign, girl. Good. Blow out. That's good. See, I like her ears flicking back. She's checking in with me. See how they're checking in? That's good. They're alternating now. See, she did that on her own. She just wanted to. That's her saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to the barn. Now it's my chance." Yeah. There you go, good girl. Change direction. See how that was a pretty quick. I didn't ask for that fast of a change, and that's what I mean. She's just kind of. It's like I said in one of my other videos. It's like you're sitting on the couch watching your favorite show or maybe a sports thing, and somebody else is asking you questions from the kitchen, and you're like, yeah, 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 you're not even paying attention then, and then they, they'll say, hey, I need help out here, and you, oh, and then you kind of come to. That's I think happens with horses. It's that voice in their head telling them. I see she's gonna want to go this way, so I'm blocking her, my left leg. Now she overreacted. I'm blocking her with my left leg. See, this is kind of her protesting. See how she's kind of arced? She kind of wanted to go that way. I was blocking her with my left leg. And now she's kind of, she hasn't committed to it. She hasn't given it up yet. I got to push her away from this fence. She keeps riding into the fence. Now we're going toward the other area where see how she's speeding up, where she can head back, and in her mind, she can head back to the barn. So I'm going to turn her back around. See how she did real fast and rough there? It's kind of like, okay, I'll do it, like that kind of thing. I think that's what's going on. So I'm just trying to, all these little, rough spots, I'm trying to sand off, get her to where, I always think about it like, I used to think like this with our other company. We had, website and everything, and it was pretty, we just had a lot of customers and everything, and and wording, or you know, you could have a purchase button in the wrong spot or a little bit out of someone's view. We figured out all this stuff over the years. And I used to say, it reminded me of like if you were a woodworker and you made a table and you get it to where you're ready to varnish it, and you take your like a white glove over it, and you'd find a rough spot. You find it and you sand it down, and you find another rough spot and you sand it down, and you keep doing that, and then you varnish it, and that causes other rough spots to pop up. You take that white glove and run it over there, and you find those spots and you sand them off, and then before you know it, it was smooth sailing. And that's how our website was. And I'm thinking the same thing with horses, you sand it off, I mean, every once in a while you got to take something a little bit stronger to it. You could, like, get a big chunk off or something if they're doing something, if they're really trying to hurt you or something. But pretty much just try to be fair and give them a good deal. And I said, I'm trying to get her to stop here, and she just keeps going in a circle. So I'm going to pull up straight a little bit more. All right, there you go. That was good. I like how I'm not having to really jerk on her. She's not. See how she keeps looking that way? See, wants to go. That's where the barn is. So that's where her mind is. And so she kind of gets bumpy and, kind of jerky, and because she's not paying attention, she's still looking that way. Okay, now, if I turn her this way, she's going to turn pretty fast. Yep. There. Yeah, I'm going to turn her this way. See how she's looking that way? So she's not giving up the thought, okay? She's not giving up thought. That's what I mean, that they're like stallions. A lot of geldings they'd already given it up and thought, man, I'm working too hard. I didn't eat that much for lunch. That's how they think. But studs and the mares, they got their hormones going, and like I said, these stronger drives to be in a family. I mean, so do the geldings. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? It's just that little bit stronger, right? A little bit stronger. This pasture out here has been good to work on this kind of stuff. I'm in hill country, like I say, and I don't have very many flat areas, and this is probably one of the most flat areas I have. As you can see, it's not really flat, but I have more, like I say to people, I have more runway to work on things, like it's bad if you're on the trail and something's happening, maybe they're taking off. You're trying to let them take off a little bit, but you got a tree. You got to watch out for a tree on the left. There's a rock over there on the right, and there's a ditch over there. And this way I have a lot more runway. But see how you see how she's not giving it up yet. She's, I'm still at probably about 25% of her concentration. You see that? I mean, the slightest thing, and she kind of like jerks off. What I'm trying to do is trying to get the feel of her footfall, so I can kind of tell where her feet are. I'm trying to, like, in the back of my mind, as I'm doing this stuff, I'm trying to, let her take a break, she's facing away. I'm trying to feel where her feet are so that I can ask for something at the right time. It's hard, but so like I can kind of feel where her feet are, as opposed to, maybe her foot's planted and then I'm asking, and I got to wait for her to come up, and it's hard for her. If I do it at the right time, it's more natural. So I'm trying to do that. I'm at my infancy with that kind of stuff, but I'm trying to, when I'm riding, I'm trying to feel where their feet are. One of the things I do is, like, when I go down hills, is I kind of alternate my feet like this, like I'm going down the hill, like when they're walking. And try that sometime. When you do that like this, when you're going down the hill, the horse, if you're in sync with them, they really like it. It helps them relax and get a better grip in it and stuff too, as opposed to being stiff and run, just praying on the way down. All right, let's keep going, girl. Let's go. See our ears around me? That's good. Coming back, and notice how she is now. She's kind of good, But I do see that she keeps looking to the right, which is the barn. And so you always got to think about what's the magnet, Like I said, that saying, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if you're thinking she is so stiff to the left or so stiff to the right or something like this, oh, now she's stiff to the right, now she's stiff to the left, you just let them go and see where their mind is thinking. You'll go, oh my gosh, it has nothing to do with her not knowing the cue or the exercise or anything. It's just that the competing thoughts are in that direction, and it's like a magnet pulling. Like when I spin them, when they're all wound up, if they want to go that way, they kind of spin like this. They just keep making their way that way. They haven't given up the thought. So try to work to get them to get up the thought. And one of the ways to do that is to get them real busy, to where you outcompete that other thought. They can't think about the other thought because they have so many things to do with you. You follow? So she's getting better though. I can feel her getting better each time here. So I'm gonna go this way. No, come on, keep going. See, that's good. See how she was stopping, like saying, "Hey, see, I could stop. We can relax." So before that wasn't even in her thoughts. She did not want to stop because she just thought, I think they think maybe if I rush through this, sooner I get through this, I'll get back to the barn. I think that's, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on in their mind, but it seems kind of plausible when I see them, how they'll hustle to do things that they want to do. Like if you're putting food out for them, they'll hustle into the stall, or if they see their friends, they'll hustle up to their friends, and that kind of thing. So that's what I think it is. I think it's more like that. I think when they get like that, and their mind is back at the barn, or it could be with the group of horses that just left you, or something like that. I think that their hustling is something like that. If I can get through this, the sooner I get through this, the sooner I get back there. And that's why it's good to mix things up all the time. Don't just, ride for an hour, ride different mounts, take different turns on trails, do different things, come back, go right back out, stuff like that. When you mix those things up with a horse, it just helps round them out better, because they do anticipate a lot of stuff. Oh, it's another beautiful day. I'm going to keep working on her. Thanks for watching. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.